Hello, welcome to Joyous Cakes and more. So today we'll be making this fluffy, yummy and soft basic vanilla cake. The recipe is top notch, it is tasted and trusted, I assure you. Now we'll be needing 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Now what you saw me did is that you have to do it, especially if you are not using your scale to measure. It's very important you measure your flour accurately. How do you do that? You first of all, like should I say, soften the flour. Use your hand the way you saw me doing the at the beginning. Soften it, working on with your hands, and then you fetch with your hand. You scoop it into the measuring cup, and then you're using a knife or any instrument to flatten it or to level it up. Now this way you are sure you will get at least 99.9% accurate measurement. Is important. The same thing you do with your baking flour. Now your baking powder. For the baking powder we need about 4.5 teaspoons, but I measured only 2 teaspoons because this particular baking powder is a double active one. So if you're using double active, you have to divide your baking powder recipe into two. Now for the margarine, we'll be needing about 375 grams of margarine. Is margarine I'm using. If you're using butter, it's the same measurement. I was trying to measure using the cup, but I realized that I won't get the accurate measurement. So all I did was I decided to use my scale. Now I've measured it. Don't mind what's on that scale is 415. It's because of the spatula inside. Now to this margarine, I'll be adding 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar. Now we proceed to what is called the creaming method. I'm not using my hand mixer or stand mixer to do this. So I just got my spatula. So if you can use wicks, if you have strong wicks, please go ahead and use it. So here I'm just mixing it. You keep on mixing until, how do you know that your butter and sugar is well creamed? You realize that the butter will be pale in color, like it will be whiter. It will not be as dark yellowish like this. It will be lighter, and not just that, it will become fluffy, and also you will realize that it will double in size. That means your creaming method is okay. To be on another side, a safer side also, you can put your timer to between 12 to 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes for a very fluffy cake. Now at this point it is ready. All I have to do is still mix it up a little more. Then I use my scraper. Please, as you are doing this, you use your spatula to scrape the side, not scraper. You use the spatula. Please use the spatula to scrape the side, and as you are mixing, after a while you stop, you scrape the side so that all will come together. For this particular basic vanilla cake recipe, I'll be needing about 6 eggs. Now you see what I'm doing. It is important you break your egg one at a time. Don't break them all. Even if you want to keep them all, break them all in one place. Get a smaller bowl whereby you break you before you be adding them to a larger bowl. And then in this process, adding egg, when you put one egg, ensure that you mix it properly until the egg is incorporated with your margarine and sugar mixture before you add the second egg. Now, as I was trying to explain, it's very important that you break your egg one at a time. The reason is that sometimes you don't know the eggs that are spoiled. you know. So what, whenever you're breaking it one at a time in a different bowl, anyone that is spoiled, you can easily throw it away, instead of, you're breaking them all at once in one place. See that trick I did? Now, instead of breaking and putting them all in one place, when you now break the one that is spoiled, it will now enter and spoil the remaining ones. So you see, it will be a great loss because you won't be able to use it. So that is why it is safer for you to break your egg one at a time before you either add to your creamed butter and sugar, or in anything at all. It's very important. Sincerely, it has helped a lot. So if you are a beginner, don't always skip this step, and make sure that you mix your egg into your butter and sugar mixture. Make sure it is well incorporated. And as you see me doing in the video, also make sure that you are scraping the side. This ensures that everything mixes together. Everything comes together. Some parts are not left out. So as you can see, just take your time. After all, making of cake requires patience. So our advice, don't be too much in a hurry. Just take your time, enjoy what you're doing, and then you will get the best out of it. So this is our sixth egg, and each time I am mixing, I'm mixing it. Then this is our flour, our vanilla. Now, I've already sieved the flour, but I actually wanted a very fluffy cake, so I sifted it again. Now, what you do is that you divide your flour into three portions. That 4.5 cup, divide it into three portions. Put the first half of it into your mixture, your creamed butter, sugar, and egg mixture, and then try to mix it. You saw how I was mixing it. You fold, you cross, you fold, you cross. That way you don't end up over mixing. I had forgotten to mix our milk, so this I decided to just show you. All I need is 1.5 cup of water, or 1.5 cup of milk. I used pig milk and I created my own milk. So here, ideally, most times I use 3 tablespoons to 1 cup of water. And so you see, I've measured the 3 tablespoons, and then this other one, an extra 1.5, it's supposed to be. I use it to create my milk. Now this milk, it will be divided into two. You remember the flour into three. You've put the first flour, you've mixed it, you've combined it. Now this is the first part of the milk, and then you fold it in two. You don't overdo, because when you overwork your batter, one, the cake will not rise, and it's the scientific thing says gluten will rise and it will make your cake to be hard. Now here I'm putting the second portion of the cake. I'm filtering it again, not because it is not sieved, but I just felt like doing it, and I felt it to give me a much more better cake. Into the cake, I added salt. I added 3/4 tsp of salt. What you do is you get 1/4 tsp and you measure it 3 times. That will give you 3/4. So here you see I'm trying to mix in the flour and the salt together. The butter is already looking yummy. Now this is the last portion, the second and last portion of the milk. You turn it in, and into it you add 3 teaspoons of vanilla. 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Then you mix it alongside your last portion of milk. I hope you're actually getting me. Now, whenever you're mixing, sometimes it looks as if it's looking curdled. Your butter is looking curdled. Don't worry. As you continue, this is the last portion of the flour. Remember, flour into 3, milk into 2. You start with flour, you end with flour. The milk in between. So you see how I'm folding it. You go round, you cut it across, you go round, you cut it across. Now my batter is ready. It is ready. So I'm just scooping the side to make sure that everything has entered. Then of course it doesn't hurt to still clean your work surface. Now I'm just mixing it. Can you see how like creamy it looks? It looks so nice. Now I wanted to do cupcakes. It's actually for a client. Um, and I wanted to do marbled parts, marbled cake, marbled. So you're like learning many things in this particular video. Now I did not use the normal food color. This is also a food color, but I used the red velvet um food color. That is a red for the red velvet cake. And I realized that it was easier for me to mix that red with the red velvet color than that other gel colors. So if you have the gel color you use, and then this portion I'm adding dark treacle. Dark treacle, the one you use in making what's it called, fruit cakes. That is what I'm adding here to get a much more. I didn't need a very dark. So if you don't have cocoa powder to use, a very good alternative is the dark treacle. I've tried using browning sometime, but I actually didn't like how it turned out. So I'm comfortable with using the dark treacle. And these are my cupcakes pan. You know, I prefer using this local one. In fact, when it came out, the local one was just perfect. But you see these other foreign ones, uh, it didn't give extra room for the for the cupcakes. It is just like exact measurement for the cupcake liners. So, and I mistakenly added a kind of much. And sincerely, it's unfortunate I didn't snap it. I was very busy. What I put here is just fruit. I was just so busy, and the cupcakes got burnt. I was able to get some dough. So this is it. In fact, this video that I'm even making too was not even that day. I was about going to work and I'm like, I need to finish this video so that I can upload it. Now, you see, it was burnt. So imagine how the cupcakes would be. Now, as I round up this video, I really want to appreciate my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for the beautiful questions, contributions, engaging in my videos. I am grateful for my new subscribers. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the sharing of my videos, the liking, the commenting, watching to the end. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much. And I hope you try this. I'm telling you, the recipe is just wonderful. It is so lovely. You will like it. Your client will also like it. It is so wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to also like our video. And these are some of the cupcakes. Thank you for watching. Bye.